Okay, sir.
Honorable members, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speakers,
Hey, mala చెప్పు.
Honorable members, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I cordially welcome you all to the lower house of the 27th Youth Parliament. Hope this session would be a very fruitful one as we gather together and deliberate important matters concerned to the country. Today's first business is members to take oath or affirmation. Secretary General, please.
Jnv Krishna, who is elected from the constituency of Nellore of Andhra Pradesh, will now take oath or affirmation. Jnv Krishna. Madam, do you want to take oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take oath?
In Telugu, please.
శివగామి దేవి అనే నేను యూత్ పార్లమెంట్ యొక్క సభ్యురాలిగా ఎన్నికైనందున దాని శాసనం ద్వారా స్థాపితమైన భారత వ్యవస్థ పట్ల యథార్థమైన శ్రద్ధానిష్టలను కలిగి ఉంటున్ననియు భారతదేశం యొక్క సార్వభౌమతను మరియు అఖండతను సమర్థించుననియు నేను చేపట్టనున్న కర్తవ్యమును శ్రద్ధపూర్వకముగా నిర్వహించునను దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేయుచున్నాను.
Jnv Anjali Sharma, who is elected from the constituency of Vaishali of Bihar, will now take oath or affirmation. Jnv Anjali Sharma. Madam, do you want to take oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take oath?
In Hindi, please. मैं अंजलि शर्मा जो युवा संसद की सदस्य निर्वाचित हुई हूँ, मैं ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ, सत्य निष्ठा से प्रतिज्ञा करती हूँ कि विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति श्रद्धा रखूंगी, देश की प्रमुखता और एकता बनाए रखूंगी तथा जिस पद को मैं ग्रहण करने वाली हूँ उसके कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक निर्वहन करूंगी.
As we meet today, after an interval of 2 months, it is my sad duty to inform the House of the passing away of Sri Achyutanandaji. Sri Achyutanandaji was a former member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha from 2005 to 2017. He was an astute parliamentarian whose sharp political speeches were punctuated with humor and wit. He was born on August 12, 1952 and grew up in Hyderabad. He completed his graduation at St. Stephen College, Delhi, and He completed his post-graduation degree at Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. He was a student leader. He was a Marxist, political strategist, polyglot, who could speak in the language of a common person. He was a committed and sensible politician. Unfortunately, he died on 12th August 2025. I request the Honorable Prime Minister to speak a few words about Shri Achuthanandji and his contribution to the country.
Respected Madam Speaker, Achuthanandji served the country from various capacities, from a brilliant academic career to political career spanning through decades. He epitomized the fundamental essence of communism and maintained a association with both the non-left parties, and his death created a huge vacuum among both the left parties. I would like to extend my deep condolence to his family and pray God may give strength to the bereaved family. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Now I request the leader of opposition party to speak a few words about Shri Achuthanandji.
Thank you, Madam. Respected Madam Speaker, Respected Madam Speaker, I, the leader of the opposition, pay my heartfelt tribute to the former member of the Parliament. Shri Achuthanandji was unwavering in his commitment to the values of country's constitution, which are very strongly imbibed to the nation. He was a very calm person. He dedicated his entire life to the country. It is very sad to hear about Shri Achuthanandji's demise. We offer our deepest condolences to his party men and family members. Thank you, Madam.
The House may stand in silence for a while to express our deep sorrow. Secretary General may convey the message of condolences to the bereaved family.
Yes, Madam.
Honorable Prime Minister to introduce new ministers.
Madam Speaker, it is my pleasure to introduce to you, through the House, my colleagues and new ministers, Sri Vishal Sharma, Minister for Chemicals and Fertilizers, Shri Dharm Singh, Minister for Railways, Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Now let's start the question hour. Question number 101, Ms. Sushma Sri, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam. Madam, మన దేశంలో సైబర్ నేరాలు, ఆన్లైన్ మోసాలు బాగా పెరిగిపోతున్నాయి. దొంగతనం, క్రిప్టో జాకింగ్, చైల్డ్ పోర్నోగ్రఫీ, సైబర్ టెర్రరిజం మొదలైన అనేక సైబర్ నేరాలకు పాల్పడుతున్నారు. సామాన్యులతో పాటు విద్యావంతులు, ఉద్యోగస్తులు కూడా మోసపోతున్నారు. ఆన్లైన్ మోసాలను, సైబర్ నేరాలను అరికట్టడానికి కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం తీసుకుంటున్న చర్యలను వివరించవలసిందిగా మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టెక్నాలజీ గారిని కోరుచున్నాను.
Minister for Information Technology, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the central government has taken steps for spreading awareness about the cyber crimes, issuance of alerts, advisors, capacity building, training of law enforcement personnel, prosecutors, judicial officers, improving cyber forensic facilities, etc. The Information Technology Act of 2000 and their made under rules they contain several provisions for safeguarding users. Cybercrimes is punishable imprisonment for 3 years and it may be extended up to 5 years. And as per Section 77 of the IT Act, such cybercrimes are cognizable offences. Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Sushma Sri, please.
థ్యాంక్ యూ హానరబుల్ స్పీకర్ మేడం. మేడం, మొబైల్ యాప్లలో జూదం ఆడి తమ అదృష్టాన్ని పరీక్షించుకోవాలనుకునేవారు క్షణాల పెద్ద మొత్తంలో నష్టపోయి దివాలా తీస్తున్నారు. అంతటితో ఆగకుండా ఆటో నేను తేల్చుకోవాలని భావిస్తున్న కొందరు అప్పులు చేసి మరీ ఆటోలో గమనిస్తున్నారు. చివరికి మళ్ళీ డబ్బులు పోగొట్టుకొని చేసిన అప్పులు తీర్చలేక ఉన్న ఆస్తులను అమ్మేందుకు సైతం తెగిస్తున్నారు. ఆస్తులు లేని వారు వేరొక మార్గం దొరక ఇక చావి శరణ్యమని భావించి బలవన్మరణానికి పాల్పడుతున్నారు. మరికొందరు మానసిక ఆందోళనలో పడి కుటుంబాలను చిత్రం చేసుకుంటున్నారు. ఆన్లైన్ గేమ్స్ను అరికట్టడానికి కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం తీసుకుంటున్న చర్యలను వివరించవలసిందిగా మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టెక్నాలజీ గారిని కోరుచున్నాను.
Minister for Information Technology, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, online games are regulated by the Public Gambling Act of
67 and the Information Technology Act of 2000, which govern online gaming activities in India. Section 66 of the IT Act deals with the crime related to computers, as where Section 67, 67A and 67B deal with the discussion to make laws on the subject of online gaming, as gambling and betting are mentioned in the state list of constitution.
What do you mean by that, madam? Your government is not able to do anything and government leaving the issue to state government.
Please maintain the form of the house. You are not even permitted to speak. Let the minister finish.
Madam, our government is going to direct to bring effective laws in this area. At the same time, we are going to appoint 500 highly trained cyber commanders in the next span of 2 years. These commanders will handle the IT, infrastructure, security, digital forensic, and they will also instantly respond, prevent cyber attacks across the country, which will safeguard the victims. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Question number 102. Srimati Sarojana Devi, please.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, भारत की भौगोलिक संस्कृतियों को देखते हुए देश में पर्यटन विकास की विपुल संभावना है। द ट्रैवल एंड टूरिज्म कंपटीशन के मुताबिक रिपोर्ट 2024 अनेक पक्ष अभी भी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मापदंडों के हिसाब से खड़े नहीं उतरे। 1,50,000 होटल कमरों की कमी को जान के माननीय अध्यक्ष, मैं आपके माध्यम से यह जानना चाहती हूँ कि महोदया कि पर्यटन को उन्नत एवं विकसित करने के लिए भारत सरकार कोई नई पर्यटन नीति लाने जा रही है? यदि हाँ, तो इसका विवरण सांसद को देना चाहिए। नहीं तो क्या भविष्य में ऐसा करने की कोई योजना है?
Minister for Tourism, please.
धन्यवाद महोदय। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, भारत सरकार ने देश भर में पर्यटन को बढ़ाने के लिए जो कदम उठाए हैं, मैं आपके सामने विभिन्न क्षेत्रों का परिवर्तन प्रस्तुत करती हूँ। महोदय, आपको बता दें कि भारत के लिए 644 करोड़ रुपयों की मंजूरी दी गई है। भारत सरकार ने टूरिज्म को बढ़ाने के लिए 2023 में एक नीति बनाई, एक्शन प्लान बनाया और 2024 में अब हमारा मंत्रालय शीघ्र ही अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मापदंडों का हिसाब रखते हुए एक नई नीति बनाने जा रहा है, जिसमें हम कुछ नए होटलों का निर्माण करेंगे, जिसमें हम हमारी स्क्रीन गाइड भी करेंगे और पर्यटकों का महाया भी कराएंगे। सरकार ने चैलेंज वर्ष डेवलपमेंट 42 के न्यू सीबीबी श्री डेस्टिनेशन की भी पहचान बीबीडी की है। आपको बता दें कि सीबीबीडी से डेस्टिनेशन की पहचान भारत में सीबीबीडी योजना के अंतर्गत की गई। इसके साथ ही साथ स्वदेश योजना सामान्य जनता के लिए एक रोजगार का भी माध्यम बनेगी। बेबी मैडम, धन्यवाद महोदय।
Miss Sarojana Devi, please.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं आपके माध्यम से यह जानना चाहती हूँ कि भारत सरकार द्वारा सामान्य जनता को रोजगार देने के लिए पर्यटन मंत्रालय क्या कोई नई नीति बनाई है? यदि हाँ, तो इसका विवरण सांसद को देना चाहिए और क्षेत्र में कौन सी संस्थाएं दिया काम?
Minister for Tourism, please.
धन्यवाद महोदय। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, भारत सरकार ने स्वदेश दर्शन योजना की परिकल्पना जल एक योजना जैसे स्वच्छ भारत अभियान, मेक इन इंडिया, देखो अपना देश प्रसाद स्कीम आदि के साथ मेल बैठाने के लिए की गई, जिसके अंतर्गत रिन्यूअल ऑफ हिस्ट्री, इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टूरिज्म, इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ होटल मैनेजमेंट, IRCT जैसी संस्थाएं काम कर रही, जिनका उद्देश्य भारत में साझा पर्यटन के माध्यम से रोजगार प्रथम सृजन के एक प्रमुख इंजन के रूप में स्थापित करना, आर्थिक विकास के लिए प्रेरक शक्ति बनाना तथा पर्यटन को क्षमता का कराना है। धन्यवाद।
Question number 103. Srimati Kavita, please.
Thank you, madam. Honorable Speaker, madam, the rate of suicide among the farmers is 3.5 times higher than the general population. It is a startling statistic and a sign of the daily stress that comes with farming. According to the Center for Disease (CDC), between 2023 and 2024, the rate of suicide climbed 46% in rural areas. Will the Minister for Rural Development be pleased to state what steps are taken to provide alternative employment to poor farmers and to prevent suicides among farmers?
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Minister for Rural Development, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam, agriculture is a seasonal activity. The farmers are facing disgust and seasonal unemployment. The government is taking all preventive measures to stop suicides of farmers and making efforts to make agriculture as a profitable work. An alternate employment facility will be created. Loan rescheduling, interest waiver, specific scheme for watershed development, seed replacement, horticulture and extension services, subsidiary income through livestock, dairy and business development, etc. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Srimati Kavita, please.
Thank you, Speaker, Madam, for giving me another opportunity. Will the Minister for Rural Development be pleased to say then what the government is doing to stop the problem of storage so that the wastage of food grains be stopped? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Minister for Rural Development, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam, our government is really concerned about inadequate storage facility for food grains and edible oils. As the largest producer of food grains, the centers required storage space of 80 million tons, while having only capacity for 64 million tons was available now. Because of lack of storage facility, large quantity of food grains were spoiled. The center proposed that states to build storage to hold at least 3 months of period stock. But government alone cannot resolve this, ma'am.
If you fail to resolve it, step down from the power. Then we inform the government and resolve the issue.
Please read in the decorum of the House. You are not even permitted to speak. Let the minister finish.
So, I urge the private sectors to work with the government and have long-term solutions. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Question number 104. Shri Pradeep Kumar, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam. Through you, I, Pradeep Kumar, seek clarification from the Defence Minister. In the current situation where India is surrounded by the enemies who are always trying to destabilize and destroy our country, and the chances to getting attack ambushed are so high directly and indirectly through cross-border terrorism, even the using of our soil, natural allies like Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh to promote any sort of anarchy in the country. Now the government introduced the Agnipath Act, which removes the 75% of the candidates. I would like to ask our Defence Minister, first one, why the government was wasting so much of human resources in the crucial time? Second one, will government place the states of motives and implements of the Agnipath?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As the part of the question he had given, that India is surrounded by so many enemies like China, Pakistan, who wish to hamper our country. But one thing the opposition is failed to notice is that previously out of 100 applicants, 25 have been selected. But now all the 100 applicants have been selected through Agnipath. While the 25 best will be selected to continue their vocation, the others not only began a monetary benefit of 12 lakh fitness loan and also priority in the government organizations like CRPF, Assam Rifles and so on. So where is this wastage of human capital that the opposition is stating? If we take a sensible look, there is no difference happening with the addition of Agnipath scheme. The only difference is that those who didn't acquire a chance at the army will more benefited now. And in the response to your question B, I would like to state that the government's motive by introducing this is to actually increase the human resource of the nation and also improve the quality of our defenses. Not only the 46,000 vacancy will become as a mandate, and the people who left the job will also be turned to India major asset, which was in 2021 4.33 crore, 4.42 crore in 2022 respectively. Thank you, madam.
Member to ask supplementary questions.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam. We all know that the Agnipath scheme is a scheme for the young and new generation. But when their engineers complete their services to the nation 4 years and come out, they will left with the knowledge of arms and ammunition. We cannot ignore that fact that their young generation may be misguided by anyone. So what does government about do it?
Honorable Madam, Honorable Madam, this country is our own and we are the proud citizens of India. So this question never arises. Thank you, Madam.
Madam Speaker, through you, I would like to question this government. What are they doing about the counter-attack of this state? In AP, the military of the country now, 4 years training of America, they came home bringing alcohol, and not only this situation, there is another situation where the soldier had molested a girl. Here, we can see that the short-term services is impacting on the effectiveness and professionalism of the armed forces as well as the moral of the soldiers.
But still, Madam, this situation arises. I have already informed that the government has already planned this and ensured different job opportunities in different fields, which will stop them from being misguided. And as for the knowledge of arms and ammunition, I have already informed the House that this can be ensured by giving them CRPF, SM rifles like government organization, providing them job opportunities. I can assure you that you don't have to worry about the misguiding of military retained people under the agriculture. So thank you.
Question number 105, Ms. Sunita Shetty, please.
Thank you, Madam. Honorable Speaker, Madam, I would like to throw the attention of this August House regarding the inflow of foreign investments in the form of FDI, whose presence is gradually striking a very fabric of Indian economy and impacting India negatively. Under these conditions, will the Minister for Commerce and Industries be pleased to state why does the government want to bring in foreign direct investment and brands like McDonald's, Starbucks can harm the native business like Bikarniwala and Haldirams? What steps are taken by the government to protect local industries? Thank you, Madam.
Minister for Commerce, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I congratulate my friends from the opposition party that they took Haldirams and Bikarniwala into consideration. McDonald's came to India and started making of aloo tikki after all Indians would not let go of their parent. But equally important is the fact that Haldirams now has 38 stores, literally 38 stores, including 3 in London. Bikarniwala is a 1,000 crores company with 85 stores across the world. You should not only ponder over the profit-making aspect, but to others as well. That is better and much better lifestyles of people who is associated with the FDI. The economy of India is tearing down the barrel and FDI can provide some stability. And mind you, Madam, foreign direct investment, that is FDI, can prove to be recent during the financial crisis. For instance, in the East Asian countries, such investments was remarkably during the financial crisis of 1997-98. Thank you, Madam.
Member to ask supplementary questions.
Thank you, Madam. Maybe your plan is fit to a college student aspiring for a part-time job will benefit from FTA. But what about the local grocery shop owner, the poor farmer, and the uneducated man who only finds jobs by the domination of education? What about them, Madam? If we go down, we must go down for fighting. We must go down fighting for the poor, not for the rich, for the country, not for the MNCs. Thank you, Madam.
Minister for Commerce, please.
FDI will not solve all the problems, but it gives an option. It will provide millions of jobs. So those who will lose their jobs, they will get another as well with that too better salaries. And Madam, don't underestimate the farmers of India. They will sell to the person who gives them the best price. With FDI, the farmer will get money, strike and middleman will be evaded. FDI in retail will not hurt the local markets. We must weigh the pros and cons of FDI as no one wants the farmers and local traders to be affected. But there should be no fear mongering that money from abroad will colonize India like East India Company. Why do we doubt our capability? Why should we be so scared of FDI? Already with the help of FDI, many of our Indian companies like Reliance, Tata Group of companies, others proved their competence in global markets. Thank you, Madam.
Breach of privilege.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Madam, I seek your permission to raise an urgent issue that constitutes a serious breach of privilege.
You may proceed, Ms. Sanita.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it has come to limelight of that confidential correspondence between a parliamentary committee and a union ministry
they will face the full extent of parliamentary sanctions. We cannot allow the sanctity of our legislative process to be compromised in any way. Let us now proceed with the next item on the agenda. Honorable Minister of Industries, please.
Respected Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg to lay on the table a copy each of the following papers under subsections. First one, 619, the Company Act 1956. First point, review of the government on the working of Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited for the year Bengaluru for the year 2024 to 25. Along second one, annual report of Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited Bengaluru for the year 2024 to 25. Along with audited accounts and the comments of Comptroller and the Auditor General thereon. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Minister for Coal and Mine, please.
Madam, I beg to lay a copy of the following papers under Environment Protection Act 1986. First one, review by the government on the working of the Central Pollution Control Board CPCD for the year 2024 to 25. Second one, annual report of the Central Pollution Control Board for the year 2024 to 25 along with the auditor accounts and the comments of Comptroller and Auditor General thereon. Thank you, Madam.
We got a message from the upper chamber of the Youth Parliament. Secretary General to report the message.
Madam, I have to report the following messages received from the Secretary General from the Upper House of Youth Parliament. In accordance with the provision of Rule of Procedure and Conduct of Business, I am directed to enclose a copy of Food Security Bill 2020-25 which has been passed by the Upper Chamber of Youth Parliament as the sitting is held on.
Secretary General to lay on the table a copy of the bill as passed by the upper chamber of the Youth Parliament.
Madam, I lay on the table of the House the Food Security Bill 2020-25 which has been passed by the Upper Chamber of Youth Parliament.
Honorable members, I have to make an announcement. On behalf of the Youth Parliament, I have a great pleasure in extending our warm welcome to the British Parliament delegation comprises His Excellency Mr. Joe Root, Mr. Illingworth and Ms. Steffi Graf, who are on a visit to India as our honoured guests. It is very high-powered delegation. The delegation arrived on Sunday, 10th August 2025. They are now seated in the special box. We wish them a happy and fruitful stay in our country. We also convey our warm greetings and best wishes to them. Honorable members, now we will take up calling attention motion. I have received list of business from Sri Pattagram, Srimati Stravika and others. But among these, I think the most important matters are air pollution in our countries and inflation of prices in our country. These matters are raised by Sri Pattagram and Srimati Stravika. Sri Pattagram, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I raise to call the attention of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change to the alarming levels of air pollution level across the country, particularly in the National Capital Region of Delhi. The situation has become very critical and urgent measures are required to protect public health and the environment. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable member has raised a very important issue. The government is fully aware of deteriorating air quality and we have taken several measures to handle this. Strict rules have been imposed for vehicles. Several initiatives have been taken, including monitoring of industrial pollution and green energy. Thank you, ma'am.
Respected Madam Speaker, when the government started taking action against pollution, many areas actually showed some serious problems. In spite of this, due to the government not taking any steps, the level of pollution today has raised to such a level that people are facing difficulty to even breathe the polluted air, which is becoming due to which they are suffering from many kinds of diseases. Honorable Madam Speaker, through you, I want to know what steps the government is taking to provide relief to the citizens from this problem. Thank you, Madam.
Environment Minister, please.
Respected Speaker, ma'am, we are closely monitoring the situation and have directed the state governments to implement emergency measures such as reducing vehicular motion, regulating construction activities, and providing free masks for the public. In addition, we are accelerating the implementation of National Clean Air Program (NCAP) to achieve long-term improvement in air quality. Thank you, ma'am.
Please maintain the decorum of the House. Srimati Shravika, please.
Honorable Madam, at present our country is facing severe financial problems like high prices of essential commodities, high inflation, falling of rupees and fluctuation of stock markets. Individuals are paying more tax than companies, and the middle class is bearing the burden of heavy taxation, while rupees 2 lakh crore has been put in the pockets of billionaires. Slash of corporate taxes. The government is entirely failed to attend and solve the problems of people. It is a shame on the part of the government.
Please maintain the decorum of the House. Minister for Finance, please.
Madam, it's basic and damaging to call the government that we are giving 2 lakh crore taxpayer to the corporate companies. I am not agreeing to the statement of the Honorable Member Srimati Shravika. It is entirely baseless. Our government is...
Please maintain the decorum of the House. Please maintain the decorum of the House.
Our government is very much concerned about the poor and middle class people, equally serious about the problems like inflation, hoarding, black marketing of our country's products. Our government is implementing the concept of cooperative federalism by giving due share to all the states. We are allocating sufficient funds to solve all the economic and financial problems at the earliest stage. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Now let us take up legislative business. Honorable Minister for Labour, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg for a leave of the House to introduce a bill further. The Employment of Children Bill 1985.
Now the question is, the bill to be introduced. Those who are in favor may say ayes. Ayes. Those who are against it may say no. No. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Leave is granted. Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I am introducing the Employment Amendment Bill 2024. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam.
Now the House will take up consideration of the indecent and surrogate advertising and remixing songs prohibition bill. Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcast, please.
Madam Speaker, I lay a copy on the table of the indecent and surrogate advertising and remixing song prohibition bill to be taken into consideration. Madam Speaker, I would like to introduce the bill which is in regard to prohibit publication or telecast of indecent and surrogate advertising and remixing songs which contain vulgarity and nudity that adversely affect the minds of the children and the young generation, with the view to protect the values of the culture and the society for the matter therewith or incidental. Under this Act, no person shall publish or arrange to part in the publication, produce or telecast any indecent remixing song. And the third one is, any person who contravenes the provisions of subsection 1 shall be guilty of an offence under this Act. And the fourth one is, any person who contravenes the provisions of section 3 shall be punished with an imprisonment of 5 years and may extend up to 10 years, and with the fine which shall not less than 3 lakh rupees, which may extend up to 7 lakh rupees. And the final one is, where an offence under this Act has been committed by a company of individuals, every person who, at the time the offence was committed, was in charge of and responsible to the company for the conduct of such acts. Madam Speaker, I am confident that all honourable members of this House, irrespective of the party affiliation, will welcome to the bill wholeheartedly and help to put an end to the publication of vulgarity. With these words, I now move the indecent
Mediation and Surrogate Advertising and Remixing Songs Provision Bill to be taken to consideration. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Motion moved. Opposition leader, please.
Thank you, Madam. Honorable Speaker, Madam, I assert my strong opposition to the consideration of such a bill. Madam, India is a democratic nation where freedom of speech and expression is important. Is it necessary to show the body parts concerned which in no sense portrays vulgarity? If it was so, such acts won't have been allowed to be telecast on national television. Hence, I as the leader of opposition strongly oppose the bill. Thank you, Madam.
Ms. Kartika, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, even I being a responsible Indian citizen and audience asset absolute faith in the passing of this bill. Madam, in the name of freedom of speech and expression, the advertisements makers have woefully gone behind their limits. Madam, today the expose of society to obscenity, nudity and vulgarity is crossing all levels of decency and damaging our culture. Of late, the television channels show remixed songs where the popular songs of Hindi movies are played in the backdrop of vulgar scenes or advertisements. Also, as per the government policies, the advertisements of liquor and tobacco products are prohibited in print and electronic media. But manufacturers promote such products in surrogate advertisements. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Ms. Ansuya, please.
Honorable Speaker, ma'am, remix music is a freedom of expression. Its lyrical content flow like a poetry and often tells a story. Advertisements are the source of mass media for earning its livelihood. In my opinion, advertisements and remixes are not so bad. Instead of putting a ban on it, we should change the mindsets of people. Banning is not the solution. Banning is not the solution. Instead, educating people about purpose and creativity behind remixes and advertisements can lead to more accepting and balanced viewpoint. This is how you can bring the change in the minds of people. Don't try to bulldoze the opposition with your majority in the house.
Honorable Home Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, most of these advertisements are for foreign products. The display of incidentally dressed women has nothing to do with the product that has to be advertised. Instead of it creates a scene of negativity in minds of the viewers and yet minds. Madam, all these things that the markets of such advertisements are not so interested in advertising and the actual product but in promoting vulgarity. Advertising makers of such products begin with the message aimed to make it tickling the Levidian male instincts of portrayal of women as lustily, hankering after men under the influence of such deodorants and heinous and vulgar suggestions, and appealing dissent to all these masses. Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Madhurima, please.
Thank you, Madam. Honorable Speaker, Madam, the contaminating effects of such songs and advertisements is evident through skyrocketing crime rates and cases of rape, eve-teasing, murder, etc. Hence, I conclude with the belief of banning such acts and songs, which is vested in the welfare of larger interest of the public. Thank you, Madam.
Mr. Mohan Ram, please.
Thank you, Ms. Madhurima and Honorable Speaker, Madam. I am strongly in favor of this bill to be passed. Since the advertisements that which we see in our televisions, which are obviously also seen by people of every age, including children and senior citizens, they are made so indecent and controversial that it seems what they are advertising is not a product but vulgarity and nudity. The modern advertising era has proved a bane to our society. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Mr. Guruswamy, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, modernization is one thing, but spreading vulgarity under the banner of modernization is highly condemned. Honorable Speaker, Madam, the songs which return the sense of morals and decency and melodies of
Madam Speaker, based on the wide-ranging and holistic discussion by the House, I request the House to pass the bill. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Now the question is that the bill, indecent and surrogate advertisement and remixing of songs bill, be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor may say ayes. Ayes. Those who are against it may say no. No. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Clause by clause consideration. Now the question is that clause 2 to 10 stands part of the bill. There is an amendment in clause 5 by opposition leader. Are you moving it?
Respected Madam Speaker, in the view of reply given by the Minister, I am not pushing my objection any further. Thank you, Madam.
Now the question is that clause 2 to 10 stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor may say ayes. Ayes. Those who are against it may say no. No. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Clause 2 to 10 stands part of the bill. Now the question is that clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor may say ayes. Ayes. Those who are against it may say no. No. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcast, please.
Madam Speaker, I move the bill to be passed. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Those who are against it may please say no.